last 2 years, and you've got a lot of upperclassmen who have yet to win this series. Does that play into this at all?
I mean, I look at another series for us. Obviously, it's a big one, a lot of hype around it. But yeah, I'd say that definitely plays into it. I mean, kind of gives us a little more drive to go out there and win this series. I mean, me personally, having not done it before. That's obviously a huge pride thing in this state, especially with baseball. So, I mean, we're gonna go out and play as hard as we can. Kind of try and treat it like another series. But I mean, winning it would be fantastic, no doubt.
Have you talked to any older guys, talk to the young kids about how big this is, the rivalry and that kind of thing? Are there conversations like that among the players?
Yeah, a lot of the guys, TJ. I mean, so these guys that grew up in South Carolina, they kind of just being around them. I mean, during this week, and I mean how it's going to be this weekend. I mean, you see how crazy intense it is for those guys, and I've been a part of it for 2 years now. This will be my third year, and it's an absolute pleasure getting to play in it. But I just tell them, I mean, it's one of the funnest venues you'll play in front of. I mean, getting to play in the stadiums you get to this weekend, and then the fans. So I just tell them to enjoy it. That's all I tell them.
What's the feeling like though this week? It can't be. A lot of guys say it's like any other weekend. It's like the weekend series with Wright State, but come on, it can't be, right?
No, I mean, like I said, I try to just treat it like another weekend. I mean, it's very hard to do that, no doubt. I mean, the fans, when we get there Friday night, that's one of the best venues you can play in front of. I mean, especially when it's Carolina Clemson. So, I mean, I try to personally treat it like another series, but it's very hard to do that. I mean, it's a very intense, there's a lot of passion, a lot of energy in the series. So, I mean, it's an exciting weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
How close do you feel like this lineup is to clicking?
I think we're getting very close. Last game was great. We had a lot of guys swinging the bat well. Cullen, I mean, Jacob, I told you guys before the year he's going to do a lot this year, and he's proven that so far. But Cullen, big swing, big home run. He can breathe a little bit now. So that was great for us, our lineup. So, I mean, it's a good weekend to start trying to get things going. So I think we're going to be all right.
You and Olsen have a home run rivalry now?
I don't know about a rivalry. He stays in my room a lot. He hangs out with me a lot. So we met. I joke around with him a lot. But no, I told him. I mean, he's a phenomenal baseball player, and he's going to have I think he's gonna have a real good year this year. So maybe we'll keep a little friendly race or something going on.
Are you working with him on his ugly swing at all?
No, I might. If he's gonna start hitting a lot of home runs, I might have to get my swing a little uglier. Then we'll see.
Is there any extra motivation for you to finally take 2 out of 3 against Clemson in this rivalry?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I mean, obviously winning this series is a big one. Brings a lot of pride back to Gamecock fans. So and that's what we're all about. I mean, we want to play for our fans, make them proud. So, I mean, winning this series would be fantastic. But, I mean, if whatever happens, we can't dwell. I mean, we can't. It's not the end of the world if we lose the series. But, I mean, obviously winning it would be great.
When you came to school here, you were obviously a very highly recruited guy. You had played on Team USA and stuff, and then you get here, and it was a little bit of a struggle at first. What was that like? The jumping from the level, the success you had at those levels, and then you come here. How big of a step is that?
It was a big step. I mean, Team USA to this day, that's some of the best competition I've ever seen in my life. But coming from high school and then coming into this conference, it's that's not something that's not easy. Especially as a hitter in high school, you're facing arms that, one of the best arms you'll face the whole year will get up to about 90 miles an hour. And so some guys in this league, they throw changeups out of 90 miles an hour. So it's a big adjustment phase. But I think me along with my coaches, my hitting coach, it's kind of how you pace yourself for that. So we took that upon it when I got here and kind of just tried to build over it each year. So it's just the approach that you go to.
Yeah, you came back last year and had a great season, and now you're off to a hot start. What have you learned from that freshman year that makes you more confident and more comfortable?
I was just I'd get so nervous, so riled up. I mean, the venues we play in front of, the pitchers we'd face. I mean, hearing about them, watching them on scouting reports, I just get a little nervous. Kind of started to doubt my abilities a little bit, and when you get to that point, I mean, you already kind of beat yourself. So that's something I really took with me that summer when I played in Wilmington, and Scott Wingo was one of my coaches out there, and I loved him, talked to him about it a lot. He talked to me about his struggles his freshman year, freshman and sophomore year, but having him there talking to me was awesome. So this year I'm just trying to build upon it, just like I did last year.
Are you talking to some of the younger guys who are now facing what you did, Cortez, some of those freshmen?
Yeah, absolutely. Him.
What do you say to him?
Honestly, I kind of treat him the same Scott did with me. I mean, it's hard. It's a very hard league. As a freshman, you're not expected to do a whole lot of things, but especially this school, I mean, cracking the lineup as a freshman, that's something you should be very proud of. So I just tell them that. I mean, you get in there, embrace it, but make it count when you get in there. Enjoy it. I mean, that's what I just try to tell them. You got to enjoy it. I mean, if you're not having fun while you're playing, it's going to make everything a lot worse. So, I mean, as long as you're staying loose and just having a good time playing, I mean, I think everything else kind of sorts itself out.
How much more confident are you?
Last night?
Who?
Brandon McElwain, did you send him a message?
I did. I talked to him a little bit. I hate to see him go, but I mean, Brandon, he's a phenomenal athlete. I think wherever he goes, regardless of what's happening in the future, he's going to be very successful, I think. I mean, personally, I love Brandon. I mean, me and him were very close, so I hate to see him go, but I mean, he's a grown man. He makes his own decisions, so I respect anything he does.
You think he's going to keep playing baseball?
I do. I mean, I think Brandon, from a skill set, has some of the rawest skills I've ever seen from a baseball player, and that's coming from a kid who has to devote half his time to it. So I think Brandon would be very special to see if he could dedicate all of his time to baseball. But I'm not saying he should quit football by any means, but I think he's definitely got a future in baseball.